to the Sold in Spanglish podcast, the podcast con las tres Latina realtors who talk about the real of real estate. I am your host, Ms. Lana Chaires, and I'm joined in by
Louise Trujillo.
Claudia Torres Kilbright.
Torres. And we have our special guest back, Miss Catalina. She is back with Fairway Mortgage. We are here talking about your 25 years later and your experiences and why I brought you here.
The Team Alvarado. Team Alvarado Fairway.
Team Alvarado.
Fairway Home Mortgage, yes. So it's been 25 years for me. And like I said before, real estate has been amazing. It's been an amazing experience. It has provided for my kids and my family and extended family and friends and, you know, guiding people on how to get started. And if they're already there, what is it? What's the next step in their life, right? As far as like investing in real estate. In my opinion, real estate is like the safest way to go and build wealth. Unless you're really good at the stock market and you trust someone, what else is there, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, it's safe. You know, you buy a property and you keep the property and you don't sell it unless it's the right time. So a lot of people think about, you know, what if the market crashes? What if it doesn't? You know, I mean, everybody's expecting the next crash, and it's been like, you know, even myself, I got fooled by, you know, the noise, right? Like, oh, it's gonna crash, right? But it doesn't, right? And so it hasn't, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But again, you buy a property because you can afford it long term. You don't buy it just because, I'm gonna, you know, build equity and then resell it, and you know, so you buy when you're ready and you sell when it makes sense, correct? Right? Not, you don't sell it because the market crashed and now it's upside down. Who would have thought that after the market crashed, the properties were going to appreciate? No, not just that, but the appreciation has been insane.
Yeah, nonstop.
Right? So, you know, again, you buy because you can afford it. You feel good about it. You went in and you decided this is the way to make, you know, build wealth, right? And once in a while, you want to sell property because, you know, it's the right thing. You're ready for the next move, right?
Yeah.
Is that why you think you haven't found your forever home?
Have you?
I don't know. Again, I'm very number focused. I think that home that I'm in right now is the perfect home for my husband and I now. And but I remember my husband always wanted a ranch, right? It's like everybody dreams of a ranch, and so we did right before COVID. I had never bought such an expensive home until November 2019.
No way.
So we went and saw this ranch, and it was beautiful and on an acre, and it was like 4,200 square feet.
Wow, that is a big home.
And so we bought it for 1.2. And then next thing you know,
2020.
COVID.
That was the perfect buy.
Right. And I'm like, oh my God. Right. And I remember because I don't normally do a lot, like a big down payment. I could. But again, the number.
I love that she threw that in there. I can.
I can.
The numbers. She's like, wait a minute.
No, I can, right? But I don't, you know, again.
You're smart.
I go back to what makes sense here, right?
Yeah.
What are the numbers look like for me and how this is going to benefit and so on. So I remember we did like 20% down. And at that time, the rates were pretty crazy. So we had the largest mortgage, highest mortgage ever in
your life,
right? I'm like, oh, holy cow, right? My mortgage is like, what? Chin, ya la regué, ¿no?
¿Qué estoy haciendo?
Ya la regué. Yo me quedé, dije.
Is that an emotional impulse?
No, you know what? My first thought, because wait a minute, I survived the crash, by the way, right? As a lender and as a homeowner,
crash?
I survived the crash.
The 2008
Wait a minute,
crash?
but you purchased this house prior COVID. 2019.
Well, 2019.
Which is the best time.
Well, wait a minute. We didn't know this because we didn't know what COVID was going to be all about, right?
Correct.
So I'm thinking, here we go again.
Another crash.
And
you just purchased this big ass home.
And I just bought the biggest investment in my life. I'm like,
and it was,
God. Who would have known that the rates were going to do what they were going to do? Who would have known that properties were going to appreciate like crazy? So I was able to refinance.
What a smart move.
I actually ended I closed it like at 6.5% rate, which, by the way, the homes on the interest rates on most of our homes have always been high, because when rates get better, I'm too busy refinancing someone else's home, and mine ends up staying, that 6.5% or 5% or so. But this time around, it was, I don't know, our mortgage was like
astronomical.
Yeah. And I'm like, I got to do this refinance. So it took me about 6 months to get it done, because lenders were so busy. And so, but I did it. So my rate went from like 6.5 to like 2.75 or so. Yeah.
Wow.
So our mortgage was, But then, again, property started to, appreciating like crazy and so on. And so we, on this property, because I love to have a pool in my home, we added a pool. We decided, you know what, now I can afford it. Let's do a pool. So we did that, and we had a huge pergola, like a 1,000 square feet pergola, and we were partying there. I mean, we did a lot of things and a lot of good memories.
Pandemic margarita time. It's 11 o'clock.
We did a lot. We enjoyed the home, but I didn't feel that was my forever home.
Yeah. Wow.
Even
the ranchito.
Yes. Yeah. I told my husband, it just felt like heavy. I don't know what it was. It was such a weird feeling. And
when you feel it, you feel it.
However,
the numbers were good. Huh?
We bought it for 1.2 and we sold it for 1.8.
Right? Better than the stock market.
1.2 November 2019, and we sold it June 2024 for 1.8.
But awesome. It's a blessing in disguise, awesome. Because seriously, you were in the right spot in a rancho when everybody was locked in.
Yeah, it was.
You had like all this space. You know, in New York, they were buying all these second homes here, right? Yeah. And everybody from the East Coast were buying second homes here in Vegas just to be out in a pool.
Yeah, yeah.
You were in a rancho.
Yeah. So our boys moved into with us, and
of
then
course.
We had the space, right?
We have the COVID home.
Yeah,
right.
And by the way, I never got COVID except after everything was like open back up. We went to Puerto Vallarta. I took my whole team to Puerto Vallarta. There was like 18 of us, and had a great time. We went there for Christmas, and we're gonna come back to the U.S. for New Year's. We're sitting at the airport, and we still had to get tested. We all tested positive.
You did?
For COVID, guys. For COVID. Just in case I clipped that part.
But it was the perfect thing to be stuck in Puerto Vallarta. Right. I want to get stuck in Puerto Vallarta.
Except that most of the hotels were sold out. But anyway, that was a whole different thing. But anyway, going back
hasta
to
en un jacal.
Estando en Puerto Vallarta, aunque
no hay problema.
En la playa.
El hotel Camarena.
So, but
going back, talking shit, I promise.
But going back to the rancho, it was not my forever home. It just didn't feel like that was my forever home. And then I didn't even think it was worth that much, by the way. I'm like, talked to some of my agent, like, hey, what do you think my house is worth? Some gave me 1.2, 1.8, or 2 million. I'm like, I'm selling this shit now. Like, let's go. This is, And so, rates were still high. I mean, rates were still high, but I'm like, we got to sell this. And we find this beautiful family that.
What about your husband? Was he all along with?
Oh, yeah. We're like, we've been together.
Because that was his dream to have a rancho. And
he wanted, but again, we're
like, where's the chicken?
We're not getting any younger here. And we're like, I don't want the maintenance, right? Like, and we did. I mean, we had
a lot of maintenance. Yeah.
And so
but that was the perfect COVID home.
For COVID was fine, right? But when I heard what it could potentially sell for, I'm like, let's go. I don't care if it's my dream home. I'll find another new dream home.
She let the emotion go. The emotion was out the window.
Where is the emotional attachment there?
None.
It's like the numbers. I'm in love with the numbers. Let's sell the house.
She said that the emotions is in the numbers. Look at that check, $600,000.
You lived there for more than 2 years.
Yeah. And so,
how long did you live there for?
It was 2019. So November 2019, and we sold it June 2024.
Yeah, that's only that's 8 months.
Yeah.
God,
no.
2019, November 2019.
Yeah,
we sold it June 2024.
24.
Oh, 24. They
Yes.
said 2020. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm
24.
No,
okay,
2020.
So that was what 4 years.
About 4 years.
Yeah,
About 4 years.
Yeah.
And so when they told me it could potentially sell for, I'm like,
Ah.
She's like, let's go to the bank.
So again, you sell when it makes sense. Was that my forever home? Did I like it? We created a lot of good memories there? Yes.
Yeah.
But again, you let go of real estate. You sell it when it's
the
When
right
it's
the
time.
right time. When
Yeah.
right
That is-
now, when the market crash and you're upside down, you know what? Again, buy something you can afford.
Mhm.
Right? That's you can't. You don't want to go buy something you can't afford, thinking that it's gonna appreciate within a year and make 50, 60. It's not even worth it, right?
Yep.
So you
Yeah.
have to really, really be
And-
smart with your numbers, understand, have a good team. You have to have the right realtor and the right lender.
Yeah.
And
To
we're
guide
here for
you.
to guide
So
you.
Take
Us-
those emotions
Us,
out of
right.
your.
Yes.
Call
Yeah.
the Catalina team. Call
The
the
thing
Catalina.
is, okay, so you want to buy a home. What's the purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a.
What's the purpose of buying a home?
That is such a good question
Right?
to ask yourself.
What's the outcome that you like? Are you trying to just buy a home because you don't want to keep renting?
Correct.
You
And
want
and,
to-
and that's fine. And or are you trying to buy a home and build wealth because you
That's
heard
what
our
duplex,
podcast
triplex,
and right? Obviously there's tax write-off, right? The interest you get to write that off, the property taxes and so on. And so so what's the purpose? What's motivating you to get into a home? Right?
Yeah, that's a
People
good
don't even
question.
ask
Really
their
good
questions,
question.
right? They just like, oh, I'm gonna buy a home. What's the purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
And
a-
I think the answer for that one for a lot of people, I don't want to pay rent anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be an owner.
I don't wanna
But
pay
there's reasons beyond.
Yeah, there's more to
yeah,
it.
you can start asking questions. What if I was to do this? What's the ultimate goal? Because at the end of the day, you do have a 30-year mortgage, and depending on what your age is, what are you trying to like? Some people buy a home and they want to pay it off in 30 years, and I'm like, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But when you educate buyers and you start to talk to them about what is it that your goal is, retirement and so on, then you can start
making extra payments.
right and start creating those conversations where whatever their ultimate goal is, you can guide them there.
Direct them in the right direction.
That's
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because I know a lot of people that didn't want to buy because they want to be renters. And then when everything started happening in the mortgage meltdown, they were evicted.
Mhm.
And they're like, we're never going to want to go through that. I want to buy my own home because it felt really bad to be evicted. I was paying on time.
Yeah.
And they foreclosed on and all their stuff inside. I mean, we heard so many stories. So it depends. You're right. What is the goal, right? What is what your intention is? But if you want to pay off your house, make an extra payment, even a year, right? I mean, you can probably tell us.
Right. But the thing is, again, people start with that. And something, in my experience, something magical happens when you buy a home. You get smarter with your finances. The mind shift, there's a shift where you're like, there's just so many benefits. Having family reunions, creating, memories and all. So there's all that good stuff that goes into buying a home, and it's all good. But again, there's a shift in your mindset where you're like, I wonder if I could upgrade. I wonder if I could go to a better neighborhood, right? That's always the goal, because for me, I started again where I grew up, which again was not the safest neighborhood. Did I want to stay there forever? No. Right. So people think that that's what they're gonna do, but that shift, that magical shift, that the feeling, that the sense of knowing and the sense of being confident about, like, wow,
I was just
I
about
bought
to
my
say,
first home.
You feel
It's
real
like,
chingona.
Right.
Yeah. Sueño americano.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so if they stay close to like the loan officer and anytime they have questions, for me, if I have a question, I consult with God first, and then I go to the professional.
Oh, just like you.
You don't want to go
And
to
like
the
me.
professional first, right? I mean, for me, it has never worked. It's like, let me see what is the message here? What is it that I really want, right? So getting clear, and then go to the professional, someone that is ethical, and you'll know here's the thing. We need to learn to elevate our awareness.
You learn to filter through, yeah?
Yes. Because if you don't, you go to the you go to the professional, and maybe it's not the best professional for you, or it's not the right fit, right? But when you go in and then you go to the professional, you're going to find the right person that it's going to take your finances to the next level, and to the next one, and to the next one. Next thing you know, you have your kids doing even better things than you did, right? They didn't have to start here, but they start here.
Yeah.
Right? And so I think coming across the right professional that is really watching out for your best interest. It's such a blessing for both of them, for the professional and for the buyer, right? In my opinion. And again, that's how I run my business. Like, what is it that you want?
You're intentional.
I love it though, because a lot of people do not interview their agent. A lot of people, even though they say it's a listing appointment, normally when you're doing the listing appointment, that seller is more looking, how high are you going to list my home? What's your commission? Instead of really asking like true questions, like what is the purpose of you selling the home? And what is your end goal when you do sell that? When I list someone's home, I'm always asking the numbers. What did you pay for the home? What are your expectations? And what are you going to do with it? And then that makes me understand where I need to sell it at, how to sell it to get them what they're needing in their pocket.
Not wasting time too.
Yeah. But a lot of agents don't do that. A lot of agents just go in with this listing presentation and they're like, look at me. I sold over $1 million in homes, or I sold this and I've done this. And this is what I'll do for you if you hire me. Then really getting to know the people behind that. And if you really get to know the people behind that, you're able to produce the numbers. And I think that's where a lot of people neglect in this industry, is that if you're not a numbers person and you're not telling the buyer and the sellers, I understand your numbers. I understand like you have to understand numbers. You have to understand your client, and you have to voice to your client too, like, hey, I'm going to get you what you need. I'm going to make sure your next investment is going to be
the right investment.
Correct.
Because it's like, sometimes it's like what if you're selling your home and you're trying to gain commission because you want to put it into another home, and you're hang on, you
as an agent, I think as like an experienced agent, and I don't know about you, Catalina, and I don't know about you, because we're all like really seasoned people in this industry. You can tell by the listing price if that agent has done their work. Like.
The comparables, like, what do you mean?
Knew that our house wasn't going to appraise.
Okay,
we did,
but you thought that they were going to drop the price.
Correct, but we gave them full listing price. That's why we gave you a full listing price, is because I already knew what was selling in the neighborhood. We were watching this neighborhood for 3 years now.
Oh shit!
So for 3 years, we've been paying attention to the market. Yeah. So as a numbers person, like, you have to like understand it. And I think like as agents, you can tell who's hungry, who's just getting listings just by looking at their listing when you pull up the MLS. I see it all the time. Now that I'm buying, I'm like seeing it more. Now that I'm seeing it more, I'm just like, oh my god.
But it's funny, even if you are, if I know you're pre-qualified, all that stuff, you still get nervous, right? I remember when I purchased my first home, I was working in lending, and I know I was looking at the process, and I was still nervous. Oh, they're gonna qualify me? It's
nervous. Scared.
Yeah, that fear, you overcome that fear after buying so many, and from there,
they have like 20 now.
I'm not afraid of it. It's just me. It's the numbers. Like I told Jimmy, it's the numbers. It
makes sense or doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, I can get $2,300 over this. I can do this. I can do that. So,
and for a rental, obviously it's not your forever home, but you know that you can rent it for a good price, right?
Oh yeah, because location.
Yeah, you always want to look at, as an investor, you always want to look at, can I live here? Do I see myself being happy here? And how much can I rent it for if I decided to? And the resale. I always think about the resale.
Me too.
Like location, right?
Yeah.
So anytime I buy a property, like, hey, can this think about the resale? Because you're not going to stay there forever. No. I guarantee you that.
No.
What is the amount of years that usually people stay in their homes?
An average,
An average
between 3 and 5, maybe.
Mhm.
Oh.
3 and 5.
3 and 5.
I was taking
Yeah.
a wild
And
guess.
that's
and I was
why,
wrong.
and that's why you buy now. Never mind the rate. Again, if you can afford it, buy it, because you're not going to be there. Again,
Forever.
you're going to refinance. Eventually, rates are going to get better. So if you like the
It's
home, and
almost
you
as
can,
if you're renting your own house.
Correct.
basically,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
basically,
really good way to put it.
You have to look
Okay.
at like an investment,
Yeah.
but not a bank account that you can just cash out.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like your
Yeah.
car, right? When you're financing a car.
Yeah.
Which car
You're gonna
can I
give it
get?
back.
So
Wouldn't it?
listen,
It's not forever.
you're either paying someone else's mortgage or you're paying your own.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
But when you buy, when you know, when you buy, you get the benefit of right now the interest and the property taxes on your, so that's huge.
There's
believe.
the financing. I mean, it's like the core.
Yeah.
If you don't have the finance.
The financing is the blood of the transaction. And one of the mistakes the buyers make is that they fall in love with the home first without looking at their finances. So the best thing you can do is get with your finances first, and then
Start
find,
looking
and
at
then
it.
start
fall in
looking
love
at a
with the
home,
house,
right?
yeah.
Then fall in love with all the homes that you want or whatever, and
But
then
there's
choose,
realtors
right?
that take them with no
Exactly.
prequel.
So the best thing that a buyer could do is contact the lender, contact me. I give you all the guidance.
Yes.
You fall in love with the numbers first, with the finances, and then the easy part is go finding a home.
Yes. Yes.
But they do it the other way around,
The
and
other
that
way.
is always a big mistake, because you just said about this transaction being stressful. It doesn't have to be stressful. It should be enjoyable, right? But because they do it the other way around, by calling the realtor,
that makes sense.
looking at property without really knowing whether they're going to be able to afford or not. And so that starts creating frustration, friction, and then they go to the lender and they're nervous and but I thought I was able to. And, so again, you can avoid that by calling me. And
Yes.
And I'll guide you.
People to turn off the noise, because once they talk to, for example, Catalina, and then they know exactly how much they qualify, but the house that they wanted, it was much higher. And you have to really come to terms that's it.
And you know what? The reality is that when you tell them, this is not your forever home, get started with something. They'll be because they don't think about that.
No, because everybody
They're
wants
so
to go
stuck
big.
that
Yeah.
They're like, let's go big.
they're so stuck on this is going to be my forever home.
Yep.
And it's not.
People who tend to buy when they're really, really young, they want to go big because they have to
do.
impress their friends and they have to impress
Because
the
they
family.
focus on the outside instead of the
Yeah.
internal,
Turn
right?
off the noise,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And a lot of the younger generation too, they think because a lot of them are still living at home with their mom and dad, and they've been banking their money but not taking care of their credit at the same time.
Oh,
So then all of a sudden they're like, I got this. I've been paying this and I've been paying my $500 car payment.
Yeah,
they think
yeah.
because they've been consistent on their credit cards and their car payment, they're automatically going to get a loan. That's not true.
what would qualify them though? What would it be?
One, it all comes down, what's your debt ratio, right?
Right.
Oh,
Income,
debt ratio.
And your
income
income.
and debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, don't go and buy a new car if you're buying
And
a
all
home.
the younger
Yeah, that's a huge
generation,
mistake.
they're flexing in these big old cars that are $600, $800 vehicles, when really the reality is why do you got that payment?
A lot of them are renting.
You buy the home.
So no choice.
So you buy the home first and then you buy the car.
That's
Right?
my
You
plan.
have a garage. You have-
Which is
Yeah.
you buy the home first, because you know what? If you try to get home financing, when you are financing the car, it'll be very difficult.
Yeah.
But if you buy the home first and then you go to a car dealer, they're gonna get you a car no matter what. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter
They're
what
gonna
the debt
work
to
it.
income
Yeah, they're
ratio
gonna-
is. They're gonna make sure that you walk out of there with the car. So don't
Yeah.
worry about having the nice car right out.
Mhm.
Get into a home first, and
Always
then
get into
Then
it
go
first.
buy the car.
yeah, and then get
Yeah.
into whatever debt you want. Yeah, but they make
I'm
that,
dead.
they make that mistake, right? So I mean, I seen car payments nowadays. I was
They're
talking
as
to
much
someone
as
last week,
rent.
$1,400 a month. I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Excuse
I don't
me?
even understand that.
That's like half of your mortgage.
There's no way.
No, and
There's
what's,
no way.
what's worse is the insurance now.
I know.
The insurance,
insurance
is
is-
like the insurance. What insurance used to be is as much as what a car payment used to be.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
now the car payments, like for a decent car, not even a nice one, for a decent car, $600.
Mine's $750 a month.
That's insane.
What?
That's
Yeah.
insane.
My car, you see my car, it's
Yeah.
$750, but then I also have my Mercedes on there. But
Oh,
with my Mercedes though, it's completely. I only owe what I think on my report it was like $3,200 is on left on my car, and my daughter barely drives it. I barely drive it, but I'm still paying $750 a month just in car insurance.
And so
Yeah,
my
car
mom,
insurance.
my
Just
mom
car
pays like I
insurance.
think because she has 2 trucks in her car, but it's our work trucks too. So it's like my dad drive an F-150, and then my mom drives like a mom car. I forgot what it is, an Edge, I believe it is, and. But with all just 3 cars, it's almost $1,200
Yeah.
for the insurance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's because they know that my dad uses it as like a work truck.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom was like, no, I need to ensure that there's tools in there. You know, like my mom has, like my
yeah.
mom's not a liar and my mom's smart. So I'm like, and I get that she like pays that extra, but I'm like, bro, $1,200, that's as much as what my rent was.
yeah.
Like,
But sometimes you have
expensive.
to, especially it's a work truck. So
The work trucks are important. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's insane. Because, oh my God.
and like it's good to have is it mortgage insurance? Like what is it called? The homestead and all that stuff, right? When you purchase a home, because if you get into a lawsuit, they
The
go after
mortgage
your
insurance,
property.
no? Or
The
title.
homestead?
Homestead.
I believe it's a homestead. Yeah.
Is that title
So you
insurance
protect
or-
it. You no, it's
Mortgage.
some type of protection.
Yeah.
So that if and that's only on your primary though.
Correct.
Yeah. So in case there's a lot or something.
So it's better to
that-
put it in a trust.
I think that
Do you put yours in a trust? Your
my-
assets?
yeah,
I do.
I do.
A living
Yeah,
trust?
Yeah. Yeah. You always want to have a
keep
living
telling
trust.
my mom to put a
Yeah.
fucking house in a trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, Mom, do it. Like,
It
how
just
much is it?
protects it.
It's like $1,000.
Girl, oh my
done.
God, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's $1,000 versus not having in a trust. God forbid something happens to her. You'll probably spend about $30,000
That's
Yeah.
what I told that.
to sell the home or to
exactly
get
what-
in,
Get
go
a
through
trust.
go through the court
Probate.
system and all that, probate and all
This
that.
much
So-
at least I learned this much from having rich friends. Like I know you put all your assets in a trust because when you die, I'm like they're gonna be fighting for
one,
that.
it protects you when you pass.
Yeah.
2, it protects you from getting sued and your assets getting taken from you.
Yeah.
I hide everything.
I mean, the state,
Yeah.
You got to learn how to like protect your stuff, protect your kids' inheritance
Yeah.
also. So especially now,
Yeah, my
You-
baby.
everything,
Yeah, you have a
put in
baby.
a living trust. Do
yeah.
it. Even like me and Jimmy buying right now, I told him, I was like, that is going into a living trust.
Yeah.
Now that we're going to be married and become
Legally.
one, like I'm like, the house is going into a living trust.
Okay, so that's the advice of the day. Go put
Yes.
your shit in a living trust.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
You
what would
have to.
so like just to sum up this entire episode, what would be your advice for everybody watching?
Again, get clarity and then what is the ultimate goal in getting into real estate, right?
Mhm.
Are you looking to become an investor? Are you looking to build wealth? Or are you just looking for
A roof.
a roof, right?
Mhm.
Over your head, or a family home?
Right.
And there's no right or wrong. It just comes down to like their perception. What is it there?
it's
they're
the
desiring?
purpose. Like, what is the purpose
Purpose.
of the loan?
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the purpose of hiring.
But some people don't
A
even
good
know
agent.
what is their purpose because then they have Catalina explain them, well, you can do this and then eventually you can buy it. And they're like, oh, what? I can
Yeah.
do that?
But I think that's where a lot of people don't understand is that I feel, this is just my opinion, when you made your first real estate investment, you've now become an investor.
Mhm.
So
Totally.
change your
Oh.
mindset because
Totally.
you just you just started a portfolio.
Mhm.
You have the choice to continue it or sell it.
Yeah.
That was good advice. That was poetry.
It's called real estate poetry.
I know. We need to do a real estate poetry slam. Like, she's gonna host it. That's
Be in
good advice.
tune.
That's good advice. We need you back again.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah, because
yes.
you give great advice. Our last podcast was fucking amazing too. So we're gonna have you back because this is the type
This is important information for everybody out there because some people don't even know where to start.
Well, listen,
Start with Catalina.
We're over here trying to we are trying to teach people the public what it is, like the real of real estate, and I'm learning. That's what I'm getting. I'm like, oh my God, these people need to watch this podcast. This is stuff that you don't learn in real estate school. You don't learn in high school. And you only learn in life, but even then you don't learn in life.
You don't.
Because
unless you have people
experience.
willing to share their
Exactly.
knowledge.
Exactly.
And
And
not
a lot of
everybody
people
wants to.
don't.
Yep.
You real estate agents need to stop being so
Selfish.
gatekeepy. Yeah, like why be gatekeepers? Like if everybody can buy a house, there's enough houses for everybody. Just sell and buy. Like
Yes.
oh God,
Yes.
stop being gatekeepers, guys.
Or stop being greedy.
Stop being greedy.
For sure, there's a lot of projects that Catalina has, and we hope to have her back so she can tell us a lot of things working.
But remember, go to Catalina's group. At Fair Team
Alvarado.
Team Alvarado. I keep saying Team Catalina. Team Alvarado with Fairway Lending. So go if you guys want the perfect advice for whether you want to invest, whether you want your forever home, or whether you don't even know if you want your forever home and you're actually just going to be an investor.
Or not even on top of that too. If you're needing to clean up your credit, she's going to put you with the right person.
The 5-year plan.
Yes.
And then you go to her to finance.
5-year plan.
You'll Catalina, we need to talk. Come on, bro. But until next time, guys, definitely if you guys know anybody who needs this information, like this video, share this video with someone you know who needs this advice, and send them Catalina's way. Send them even to Ms. I forgot your name
Claudia
for a second. Claudia, I know.
Right.
I'm like,
I'm gonna slap you.
I know for enough because I'm like Torres Kilbride. No, but
Háblame claro.
you guys need us. You guys need us.
Llamen, por favor.
Yeah, totally. But guys, until next time, bye.
Thank you.